Well, here I am in Forest Lawn Cemetery to pay respects to one of the greatest vocalists of all time, Ronnie James Dio. This is his grave behind me, and passed away in 2010, 15 years ago, my friends. And I am so stoked to be here. I've been here once before, but it's always good to come back and pay my respects to a vocalist that totally blew my mind from the first moment I heard him. I never got to see Dio solo live, but I did get to see Dio front Heaven and Hell, which was amazing. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen. I saw that in Japan. It really just blew my mind how good a vocalist Ronnie James Dio was. I mean, if you've heard the record, you know he's incredible. But yeah, here we are at his final place of rest. And yeah, let's have a look. I love these. These are so cool. So Ronnie James Dio, July 10th, 1942 to May 16th, 2010. All these lipstick prints on here of people showing their appreciation to the man himself, Mr. Ronnie James Dio. I believe so. Or maybe his ashes are. I don't know. But here he is here, the man on the Silver Mountain. Now, Forest Lawn is not only the place of rock stars, but it's also the place of princesses, and possibly the most famous princess of all, Princess Leia. Here lies the final resting place of Miss Carrie Fisher. Yeah, let's take a look. Now, the thing that was crazy with Carrie Fisher passing is that at the moment that I found out about it, I remember the first thing I did was message my friend Aurora, because she's like the biggest Star Wars fan I know, and asked her how she was doing, because it was a shock to us all. Like, I don't think any of us were ready for the passing of Carrie Fisher. You know, it's like she was always there in our lives. Anyone who grew up with Star Wars knows how incredible, you know, her acting was in those movies and how much she gave to the Star Wars universe. Yeah, may she rest in peace. So I'm here in Forest Lawn Cemetery to come and pay my respects to one of the singers of one of the greatest bands of all time, in my opinion. The first band that I actually fell die hard into, which is Motorhead. And Lemmy has some of his ashes are here at Forest Lawn, and I've decided to come and pay respects. It is found here, down the bottom there. And yeah, December 28, 2015. So 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, he passed away, and still the rock world has never been the same. You know, once Lemmy and Bowie passed away within a few weeks of each other, I think the whole world went to shit. So, but you can find him here just opposite Ronnie James Dio. So if you do come here to Forest Lawn Cemetery Memorial and you want to pay your respects to Lemmy and Ronnie James Dio, you can do so because they are so close to each other. My Thorazines guitar pick is going to be left here for Lemmy, who has been one of the greatest influences on my life musically, just because of Motorhead was so awesome. Stick that in there. So there we go. Motorhead, one of the greatest bands of all time. Love them. Anyway, thanks for watching.